It's the weekend, and there is only one way, should I say, to kick this off. And that, of course, is with the Premier League Predictor Preview. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And welcome to the Predictor stream. And this one's going to be rough, man. There's so many agendas. There's so many agendas to kick off with. And then so much beef to get into. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. Hope you guys in the chat are doing well. Good to see you all flowing your way in. Good to see you, Crypto. Good to see you, Andrew. Good to see you, Wake Up. Even Wake Up's got a bit of happy clappy juice. What's up, Eddie? What's up, Nick? What's up, 007? Tony, Martin, good to see you, bro. Viking, hope you well. Get your hellos in as you stream in. And I guess we got to start with only one place. One place. And I'm seeing some interesting tag names here. We'll get into those in a second. But all right, Mo. I guess you want a victory lap session. The floor's yours.
What did I say last week, man? Ange Ball. Ange Ball is here to stay. Ange absolutely destroyed Ten Hag tactically in every single way. Absolutely owned them on the pitch. Just like I said, Twist was going on like they're going to win. Absolutely smashed them. Not a threat at all. We should have had a penalty as well, just on top of that. It should have been 3-0, really. Romero getting hacked down. And, even without a striker, Richarlison doing nothing, we still smashed Man U. And what does that tell you about top four and our chances and Man U's chances? I mean, it's game over from now, I'd say. Twist actually went with a win last week for Man U. Can you believe it? The embarrassment, the cheek. Gets smashed.
My turn? Is it my turn now? Can I have my say?
I thought we were going to get a full-on Herculean, Churchillian style speech. He's been quite humble, Nick. He's been quite humble towards you.
I don't know about that. A lot of errors in that.
Shout out.
A lot of errors in that opening monologue.
Quick shout out to Paul. Thank you so much. 12 months, man. Where's that gone, Paul? Bloody hell. Talk about Mr. OG. Thank you, bro. Love you.
We don't even have a striker. We don't even have a striker. Imagine what we do when we do have a striker.
All right, let's just do some fact checking on what you actually said there. You said you was right from last week, blah, blah, blah. I was the one that was right. Last week, I said the Wolves result, the Wolves incident, there was a penalty, was going to come back and haunt us. And lo and behold, within 30 minutes of the second game, the next game after the Wolves game, a stone cold
Nick? Are you seriously going there?
in. Wait, let me have my say. Stone cold locked in penalty. Hands up. We all watched that game together in the same room. Simple as admitted it was a stone-wall penalty. A Spurs fan admitted it was a stone-wall penalty. We get that. We take our chances in the first half. There was obviously a penalty. That game is completely different, man. Second half, hands up, we played terrible. You scored 2 lucky goals, a bobble goal and a deflected own goal from a random swing and a miss from Ricky Martinez, and you took the points. Our problem is scoring goals. It has been all last season. It's still going to be this season until we sort that striking position out. Did you deserve to win it? No, because we should have had a penalty. I think a draw would have been. I think a draw would have been very cool. Look, anyone that denies that's a penalty is being completely fake, man. Because everyone.
Nick. You just said, did you deserve to win it? Wait. So you're saying what? What was the deserved outcome?
I think a draw would have been fair. If you give that penalty in the first half, you telling me if we go 1-0 up at half time, it wouldn't be a completely different game in the second half? Of course.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Anyone that says a draw would have been fair means they would have lost, and that's what they were worried about losing.
Can I just get confirmation?
Yeah. I mean, you can't be deceitful here, man. I said it was a penalty, but then I cancelled that right back out when Romero got hacked in your box.
That was nowhere near as close a penalty. That was 2 people going for a ball. Who's your defender? Romero wasn't getting control of the ball. They both put a foot out and they hit each other. That is never going to be a penalty, man.
They came out and said Romero was too close to the shot. I stand corrected. It wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a handball. They said it was too close. It's a natural action for him to move like that. What isn't a natural action is swiping his leg So we should have had a penalty. It actually should have been 3-0. Now thinking about it,
this guy's backtracking and his original. It was definitely a penalty statement.
No, I respect someone who, when they're wrong, will hold their hand up and admit it.
Look, I'll hands up. You played better in the second half, even though you've got to admit you got some lucky goals, and you say you got Richarlison problems. That's for sure, because the goals you got were pretty freaking embarrassing. The bobble goal and an own goal. So that's the only way you beat us.
Yeah, but you make your own luck. We pressured you into that. Ange ball was too much for you. We were all over you.
We did a Spurs from last year when he showed up in the first half, and you got to admit we were the better team in that first half and deserved something. Bruno Fernandes, man, how many times will he miss that free header? Free header in the box, 1 yard out, and he puts it miles wide, man. You're never going to see that. That's that Spurs luck, man. That's Spurs luck with the penalty, Spurs luck with the Bruno chance. And then the second half, we just didn't show up, whether it's fitness, gaps in midfield, obviously need sorting out. And then you took your chances, luckily.
It sounds more like skill issues on the side of Man Utd, but those reasons you're giving me. I mean, let's look at our midfield now as well. Our midfield is just delicious, man. Maddison, Sarr, Basuma playing like better than he was at Brighton. I mean, I think any of those three would slot right into. I'll tell you what, Mount. Well, I think we both can agree that Mount wouldn't get into the under-21s of any of our teams, really. I mean, you're probably happy that he's injured. No offense to the guy. Hope he's all right. But
because why would you want any player to be injured? If Ten Hag probably would have taken him out.
I'd say Eriksen. I'd rather have Eriksen playing than Mount. Mason, nothing.
We'll talk about the game against Forest later on, but I'm not happy with any player injured. So he's out for 4 or 5 weeks. So
Nick, shut up, Nick. All right, Nick, stop. You're a hypocrite, yeah?
I'm a hypocrite.
Okay, if Varane was out for whatever reason, let's just say he got caught in red light district or something, right? And he was out. And Maguire was the next one in. Would you want Maguire injured or not?
Well, there's different levels, man, here. We're talking about Maguire versus
question.
What I'm saying is, yeah, but the backups we've got in midfield are just as crap, to be honest. I mean, Eriksen's a good player, but he can't play that defensively at all. And then the other option is McTominay. We need freaking Amrabat in, man. Amrabat's just sitting there. It's the freaking Glazers again. It's always the Glazers. Amrabat's literally not even training with the Fiorentina squad. They've even lowered his price. They've slapped him in the bargain bin and put him on a freaking cut price deal of 21 million, and we're still not going in. Everyone and their freaking mothers are doing loan to freaking obligations to buy, and we can't get Amrabat over the line. It's just ridiculous.
Stop blaming the Glazers. It's not the Glazers' fault. It's that bold ass bastard of yours, who decides to get a keeper. Spends what 50 million on him. He spends how much on Money Mount? If Amrabat was so important, why couldn't, as I quote you from last season, your bold ass manager, the greatest manager in the world according to you, why would he not see that Mount should not have been signed and put the money into your beloved Amrabat?
Oh, so you're saying that Ten Hag has full control over all transfers? He has a say, obviously. He has a power of veto. But he obviously wants Amrabat, man. He wants these players, but the freaking board are too slow or too stupid to get him over the line, man. That's what it comes down to. And look, you guys are crucifying Ten Hag. It's just ridiculously stupid because what did we do last year? We lost our first 2 games, then we turned it around and had a great season, man. So freaking just a bit of a reality check on these freaking Man U fans that are already turning on Ten Hag. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's the best manager I've had since Fergie, and he's going to prove it this year for sure.
Wait, is he still the best manager in the world?
Well, you love to misquote me every time you make that line. At the current point when we talked about that last time, I think it was January time, he was the current best manager in the world in that space of time. Not anymore, obviously.
What does that mean? That's like saying, I don't know, if...
So I'm not, wait. So I'm not allowed to say someone is currently the best manager in the world over this period of time.
That is literally the dumbest thing you could say. That would be like saying when Bournemouth beat Liverpool 1-0, Gary O'Neill, whatever his name is the best manager currently in the world.
No, because I didn't base it over one game. Multiple games. It's around that Barca victory when Barca were flying high at the top of the league.
What's the criteria for this current of yours?
I can't remember exactly my words, man, but you must love misquoting me on this. And I said in the current environment.
If you can't remember your words?
3 or 4 weeks or whatever it was, that spell where we was on fire, Rashford was knocking him in, we was winning every game, we beat Barcelona over 2 legs, we're flying high in the Liga. You can't tell me he wasn't freaking up there as being one of the best managers in the world right now.
Oh, now it's one of the best managers. You just can't.
Here we go with specific Wolverine, man. Specific Wolverine.
I just like to hold you to account. My God, they're all telling you to chill, man. Twist bank holiday, chill.
I'd say Andrew's up there now.
Me up, man, because things just happened the way I predicted it. Did I not say last week's show that we'd get repercussions for that decision against Wolves? And
I'm sorry. I gotta cut you off there. I'm sorry. What did you predict? You said it's exactly as I predicted. What did you actually predict on the scoreline?
Good point.
Obviously, I back my boys, man. I'm not like you that put Spurs down to lose and stuff like that. So obviously, I back my boys.
So you fake
realistic, man. Realistic.
Can you lot hear me okay in the crowd? Just a quick yes or no on that. Can you two hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So are we done with the squabble here? Yeah, I just checked. Can you hear me?
Clarify. We will finish above Spurs because I saw cracks in
statement.
Aussie ball.
Statement.
It could be exploited even as soon as this weekend, but we'll get onto that.
We'll see.
Are you two done? Mo, are you done with your going? Nick,
I mean, I can keep going if you want. I don't mind, to be honest.
No, we got a lot to get through. Wait, Nick, you got out your system?
I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, literally, just like your team. All right, let's get on to the more important things. Right, let's have a look at the leaderboard. What we're here for, and there's been some crazy results. So let's bring this up. Right, this is for last week, and we've got 2 golden caps here for Hutcho and Miski with 14 points. Shanghai Noon got 14. I don't know why they didn't cap him up, but well done to you 3 with 14 points. Mikey Boy flying with 13. Forest Pump, I love that name, with 12.5. And what is this idiot doing up here with 12.5 points, man? What did he do, man? I think he got his mum to pick his results. There's no way he got those right. And then Twist, 12 points. Not a bad return. Not a bad return. Puts you level with the GOAT that is me on 12. And then let's have a quick look down. Sai had a decent week. It's so much easier when you got pictures. They stand out. There we go. Cooper's New Teeth, 10.5 points. Mo, 10.5 for you. Red Dog doing okay, 10.5. And DJ. Marky Boy with 10. Did 2 marks. 2 marks locked on. Your sound is quiet. Why is everyone saying that? Hold on. All right, I'm going to knock the gain up. Is that better? And then let's have a look towards the bottom end, the old wooden spoon end. Who picks it up? It's 8.5. Terrible. And then we've got 8s down here. I can't be asked to go on the second page. We won't embarrass the wooden spooners, but it's fine. Is that okay? Good. Well, I've turned it up now, so some of you are probably going to say it's too high. Let's have a look at how that changes the overall leaderboard. And look at that, ladies and gents. Wolverine makes his early move into 4th place. It's fine for you. Oh my God, I just can't. Okay, I'm going to turn it down. Audio's better. All right, cool. Cutie Pie, congratulations on 30.5 points. Tony Laroni on 29 points. P. Kirk, 28.5. And there's me. If you're ahead of me, you know you're having a good week. And the top 10 then gets made up with Belfont, JB, Sevenless, Mikey. Look at Mikey, 19 places. Bloody hell. And Stoney's about to drop out of the top 10 with Blockbuster in 9th place. There's some big moves. Miski with 40 places. Ez in the mud. Dino in the mud. And 28 places up. He's flying. 57 places up for Hutcho. That was a killer week he had. My God. And who else we got? Emma down 24. Chewy down 21. There is some movement. Red Dog making a move as well into the top 50. All right, so let's jump into this, guys, and let's start talking about these games. We're going to kick off with tonight's match, which is Chelsea against Luton. I really don't think this needs a lot of discussing. Wait, got it here. Start us off, Mo. Anything you think? Any weird crap coming around?
I mean, you say that, but they lost to West Ham. I mean, Luton, are they going to claim that this is a London derby with their London Luton Airport and just try and psych themselves up or something? Man, I don't really know much about Luton, to be honest, but Chelsea, if Pochettino doesn't start stepping up, he could have some pressure on his shoulders early on already. I mean, the loss to West Ham was pretty embarrassing, and 10 men you could claim. You've got to just imagine it's going to be a home win. I don't know if this will be the kickstart of their season to wake them up, but you've got to imagine that they're going to win this at least. I'm going to have to go. I don't see Luton scoring. I'm just going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
Nick, is this a 6-pointer down at the bottom?
Chelsea's still in the mud. Based off last season, but look, I'm gone off Bournemouth from last year. I'm going on to Luton. Main focus is getting Luton down, man. Look, they didn't even play last week, and no one even freaking knew they didn't even play. That's how much insignificant they are in this Premier League campaign. They're getting away with freaking postponing fixtures, extending their freaking basically time to focus on transfers and preseason preparation. So I don't know how they're getting away with that. I want them down. This should be a banker home win. I don't even know what Luton play like. I barely saw them against Brighton in the highlights. So again, I'm going in blind on this one and just thinking Chelsea have got to get a win eventually. Because look, people say, man, you're in the mud, man. Like you said, Poch has got to be in the mud soon if he keeps not getting his victories. And this one's got to be a banker home win, surely. So I'm going to go 3-0.
3-1. I'll just put 3-1 in as well.
I said 3-0.
Right. Oh, 3-0. All right.
3-1.
Yeah, I'll give him 1. Trev's gone 6-0. Bloody hell. 3-0 here as well. Insignificant. So the second team in Manchester. I love that they have digs at you. It cracks me up. I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to give Luton a goal. Oh, crap. They're away. Why did I do that? Big mistake. Big mistake. Oh,
away team is just going around.
I'm so tired. I thought they were at home. Let's just see the percentages on this one. I'm so interested. Surely everyone's gone Chelsea. Stoney's gone 2-0. Red Raw's gone 4-0. Chelsea need to make a statement. I don't really want a statement from Chelsea, guys. Don't forget we got them next week. Greg's gone 3-0. Walking Boom's gone 4-0 to Luton. No, you haven't. Right, let's check if he's... All right, why is this just spinny circling? Seriously. All right, fuck it. We're not going to look at the scores. Oh, cool. It's gone down.
Sure, it's probably like 98%, I bet.
Dave, end the stream. Laser saying, Ho Twist, are you Barbie because you're made out of plastic? I like it. I like it.
What a joke. Calling someone
very creative.
This guy needs an originality freaking badge, man, for his original joke.
I like it. It's pretty. Look, he's linked it in with recent film as well. I mean, that's pretty good.
Creative. It's very creative. All right, the site's gone down. Can't do anything.
Good thing I got my scores in before.
Oh, I'm screwed, man. I didn't get my Chelsea one in. All right, we'll just go through the things anyway. So, what's the 12:30 kickoff?
So we've got the big boys coming in. I mean, do we even need to discuss it? It's an obvious. Bournemouth against Spurs. Bournemouth at home. We know Twist hates their home stadium, so he's probably going to back Spurs to win so that we can get them relegated.
One of the only things we agree on. Just guys, just to confirm, yeah, if you haven't got your scores in, there's the same as Altage.
That's really lucky. Do you know what? I put all my scores in without just off the top of my head, bang, 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 like I used to do last season. Instead of having Twist and you in my ear convincing me that actually they might get a draw or something, I've just gone with my gut. And that's what got me second place next year. Should get me last year. Should get me first place this year, even though I'm 60th. But in terms of Bournemouth, they haven't done too bad. I mean, they did lose to Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool, decent club. But I think Spurs are going to be too hot.
You hate Liverpool.
I hate Liverpool, but I mean, compared to Bournemouth, I mean, you can't really. In terms of footballing. Anyway, I think Spurs are on the up at the moment, and I don't think Bournemouth are going to be the ones to bring them down. We're on a high after that Man U match. The midfield is playing amazingly. The only annoyance is that Maddison is out now. I mean, how big of an effect that will be, I don't know. But we've got people that can come in at least. Our midfield is strong for once. Usually the issue was the midfield, and now the issue is up front. Now that Kane's gone, so it's a bit unfortunate. But the defense is looking all right. So I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. I think.
2-1 Spurs. I think Spurs will win, Nick, but He's gone up a peg, hasn't he? In the cockiness, he's suddenly thinking he beat your crappy team, and he's suddenly thinking Spurs are top 4 again. I mean, come on, man, seriously.
I am actually.
Where did we have Spurs in the predicted table? Isn't it down in the mire of 8th or saying?
6 or 6? I think it's 6.
He's not in top 50.
I don't know. Bringing it back to this game, and I watched the Liverpool Bournemouth game, and look, I'm starting to warm to Bournemouth. To be fair, man, they actually play some decent football. They caused Liverpool a few issues, especially early on. So I don't think this is going to be as easy as maybe Simple as thinks it will be. With Richarlison not firing, man, when are the fans going to start turning on Richarlison? Because now he's finally playing in the position you all wanting to play, and he's meant to be this world-class striker that plays every time for Brazil and scores goals, but still struggles to score for Spurs. So I don't know how long it's going to take to turn on him. Maddison, the guy I recommended to Spurs, they took my advice and signed him. He's their best player now. He's now out. So that's going to cost you in this game. And I can see Bournemouth getting a couple of goals. I can actually see this being a high-scoring game. I'm leading towards something like a 2-2, but I don't want to put that in because that's not a great score to play in for Predictor League.
You're too scared. You're too scared.
And I might go 1-1. I don't know. We can't even put it in, so I've got time to think about it.
At least one thing you guys have to admit this season is you can't call Spurs boring anymore so far. I mean, not with Bielsa version 2, Bielsa premium version.
Well, I'll tell you who can answer that question for you is Ant. If you've turned Ant around, then you know Spurs are playing more attractive football. So, Ant, if you're still in the chat, let him know. There's over 100 of you guys in here. We've got 24 likes. Do us a favor if you're enjoying the banter, hit that like button. And it's about to get interesting because we're coming up to Man U Forest soon. But the next game, I think I'll go as a Spurs one on here, by the way. I think I'll go 2-1 if the site ever comes back up.
I think we're back on it.
The homepage is back, but not the actual site. It's just you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Anyway, so the next one's Arsenal Fulham. I'm gonna use a simple as line here. I've not been impressed with Arsenal so far. They still don't look like they're firing. And I think they will come good. It's back up, Phil. I think it is actually. Okay, finally. Okay, so I think they will come good, but against Fulham, I want to ask you, Nick, are they in trouble? Are they going to second season syndrome this? Because seriously, they've not started well at all.
They've not started well at all. I mean, they were pretty lucky to get that 3 points at Everton, because I remember that goal that got disallowed for Everton should never have been rolled out. So they scraped 3 points there. They got nearly 3 points, which is always good, but they're not playing great, man. I mean, I am down to lose last week against Brentford, and they got trounced basically 3-0. So, like I said, they got rid of Mitrovic. He's fully confirmed as going to Saudi or whatever. So, and they brought in Jimenez. I mean, that's a downgrade, guaranteed downgrade in goals. You're not going to get the same amount of goals from Jimenez as you did from Mitrovic. So, I don't know. I do rate Andre Silva, though, the manager. I do really rate him. So I think they'll be okay. I can't really see him being in a dogfight at the bottom, but they're not going to be as impressive as they were last year. So this one for me has to be a bank. Like you said, though, Arsenal have not played well in the first 2 games, I don't think. They had a man sent off against Crystal Palace. It's always a tough place to go, so you got to give them credit for getting the 3 points. But this one should be a comfortable Arsenal win. I'm going to go as high as 3, I think.
Yeah, Mark, the website's back up. Anyone trying to put their score predictions, the website is back up now. Thanks for checking, Mark. And I can't believe someone clipped that. Forest Ant. He's enjoying watching Spurs play. I can't believe I'm reading those words. A lot of you going for Arsenal. Where are you going, Mo? Your boy's Arsenal.
Yeah, I've gone 2-0 Arsenal for me. I mean, as we said, I wanted Everton to win that first game against Fulham. I think they got lucky. They got away with that. Everton should have. That should be 2 L's right there. So I can only imagine Arsenal at home will just do the Arsenal thing and just cheap a little 1-0 or something. I will go 2-0 just in case.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 just in case so I can get it close. It's gone down again, man. Super Brew, if you're watching, sort your crap out. Come on, man. We're live streaming here. All right, I'm going to go 3-1. I'm just going to put this. Okay, it is working. My God, man. Okay. Oh, God. Just seriously, this BTEC Stadium. This BTEC Stadium is a joke of a stadium. Brentford are a joke.
Can I get clarification on what your actual beef is with Brentford?
Couple of things, right? Firstly, they're pricks. Yeah, that kind of supersedes everything. Secondly, their stadium is fake. It's like a little Lego stadium that's been pieced together. If you look where it is in London, it looks stupid as well. And thirdly, the stadium's fake because it's like all single tiered, roughly pretty much all the way around, right? So it tries to give that fake illusion, a bit like the Brighton stadium. They put little pretty, it's like a Christmas tree. They got little tinsel on it. They're trying to make it nice with all these things. It's a horrible stadium. And it's terrible. It's a terrible part of West London, which in itself is like expensive. But Brentford's an absolute dump. And then you play in Palace. His kit just looks like goddamn Ted Lasso settings, isn't it? Richmond FC.
Yeah, it is a Richmond FC.
This game is just zero interest to me. Love you really, Rich, but you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like Brentford. And on top of that, they were pricks when we played them and they stole the game late on. Navas with his wonder save, that he just let go in from that free kick. So do I need to carry on? I think they'll win.
First, he doesn't like them because he doesn't like them. In summary, that's what I get.
I'm being a bit harsh.
I didn't really get a reason there.
Most of the things they were not.
Their capacity is 17,000. I mean, come on, man, it's down there.
Yeah, but it's a newer stadium, man. If you're going to have a go at Bournemouth and Luton, you got to give Brentford a little bit of credit.
If you're going to build a stadium and you think you're Premier League, okay, it's 17 is not enough, man. I know they can't fill it. I get that, but still.
Have they got corners filled in on that stadium? I can't remember.
Yeah, they've got it filled in, but there's no seats. Like dips in.
No seats. Okay.
One of the corners is. But anyway, back onto the game. They'll win, won't they?
I think they'll win. I mean, you've got to be impressed with Brentford on the pitch, man. They've lost freaking Bet365 Tony, and they're still scoring a decent amount of goals. I rate what's his name, Babu, that Weezer guy. Seems like he's got a goal in him as well. And Palace is literally the opposite. They're struggling on goals, man. They played good football against Arsenal, but I feel they just lack that cutting edge. They haven't really got a strike. They've lost Zaha as well. So
Zaha's a big loss.
Yeah, big loss. And then he used to score key goals. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Brentford.
Just give me a score. I can't be asked to shut on these shitters.
I went the same. But for what it's worth, I'm impressed with Brentford. They're playing basically what they did last season, isn't it? They've continued. And give us Tony. Tony, perfect replacement for Kane. Thanks.
I'm 2-1. I don't even want to entertain your lot scores with them. This one I am interested in because this is the battle of the mud. They're both crap. Now, granted, Wolves should be on a WL. I think even Twist will agree with that, right?
That's true.
Here we go. But like Everton, man, I love watching Everton content right now on YouTube. I mean, I do need a translator with that Scouse accent on a lot of them. Apart from Mike, who's a Brummie, it's a bit easier to understand Mike. So I like watching Everton Mike stuff. But he's depressed, man, and it's so entertaining to watch. Everton are aren't they trying to get Shea Adams to partner up with Mopé? What a strike force that would be, man. I would pay to watch that, just not at the City ground, man. This is the battle of the shitters for me, Nick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're both in the mud. I mean, Wolves, obviously, we made them look like Champions League contenders, and then Brighton made them look like relegation fodder. So where they sit actually is probably somewhere in between. I'm not sure, but they struggle for goals. Everton, man, Calvert-Lewin, I think he went off again, injured early in that Villa game.
Yeah, he's out. I mean, he's fractured his cheekbone or something.
That is one battle between him and Martial, and who is the most injury-prone freaking player you've ever seen. So they're going to struggle for goals. And I don't know, man. This one stinks of a draw. But will the home rule come into play is the question. I mean, we had Everton in relegations then, didn't we, on the table prediction, did we? Oh, no, we went with Wolves eventually.
Wolves.
I'd be leaning more towards Everton at this point. I'm going to go with a risky draw.
You never go draws.
That's why it's risky.
By risky, you mean 1-1.
What are you going with?
Listen, I said I'm going with my gut, and I'm not listening to you lot anymore, even though you're talking a bit of sense. A bit. I'm going Everton 2-1 for me. I think they should have beat Fulham, as we said before. And, I mean, Brighton. Is it Brighton? Yeah, Brighton showed up Wolves big time the other day into the position that we think they should be towards the end of the season. So I'm going with the home rule. think Danjuma, as I keep saying, will get his first goal. He keeps getting subbed on, so I think this time he'll score his goal. Everton will win.
Just quick breaking news. I'm seeing the reports as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi is close to joining Forest.
Ooh, it's not bad.
This money, man.
If he can get the form, he was breaking into the England team, getting form.
Yeah, but he's always injured. Chat, how are you feeling about this one? We'll cover it. Whoa, Twist has one person with him. David, are you feeling all right? Jordan saying, I just started following you guys and love your stuff. You got yourself a new follower here. Jordan, welcome into the madhouse. Thank you so much for following us, bro. And yeah, good to have you on board. Morning to Rob. And Sai saying Brentford is a plastic club. Would rather Ipswich or Sunderland. Was that? I agree. I want Sheffield Wednesday back in. I like Sheffield Wednesday. Laser, I was literally thinking the same thing. There's no way we're funding and splashing this cash out if simple as his boys haven't already got the.
Where's Jono going though? Where's Jono going?
It's Spurs, man.
He's not going to Spurs, man. He's not coming to Spurs. Look, he wasn't good enough for Chelsea. He's definitely not good enough for Spurs then in that case. Come on.
Wow, proper Aussie rules football you think's going on. Yeah, we'll cover off Hudson-Odoi in the live stream at 7. Don't forget, straight after this, we've got the FFTV Fantasy Premier League stream coming up on the FFTV Premier League channel. So make sure you got those in there. It's busy. That will be straight after this at 6 p.m. And speak of the devil, Salem Brothers and Nick. Look at that. That's so racist against you, Nick, man. He doesn't get a salam, man. He gets the token.
Where's my salam, man?
Wolverine, you look a bit like Pasta Codgley. Actually, g'day, mate. G'day.
Postacoglu. Okay, get it right. Have some respect. Put some respect on his name.
I've got a good nickname for him. Pasta No Clue. There you go. Off the bat. In she goes. That's going to stick.
Get that name out.
Nick, write that down. So I don't forget it. All right, I'm going to go Everton 2-1. I feel that Mope will score a goal. Oh, that'd be so funny if he did. That'd be so funny. Oh, just seriously, this Super Bruce, sort your crap out. Locking mechanism. All right, while that's doing it, here we go. Literally Romano settings. Here we go. Twist, as you are a guest, I'm going to start you off here. Guys, Manchester United, Forest.
You're trying to build it up like it's a massive game.
Before you start, do you know how stupid your name looked when you put 10-0, right? Because I looked at that and thought you were predicting Forest's formation. That's all it looked like. That's all it looked like to me. That's all it looked like to me, right? So anyway, I'm going to give you a minute here to have your say. And just a quick reminder from Ez, get your transfers ready for the Fantasy Premier League stream. 7-0. That's my boy, Crypto. That's my boy. All right, go on, Nick. Try your case. You absolutely flopped when trying to defend yourselves against Spurs. And most you around. So go on.
You're trying to build this up, man, like it's a massive game for Man Utd side. It's not. Look, let's just clarify some things. Forest fans are trying to freaking say like, oh, we've got a chance in this game. We're going to go to Old Trafford. We've actually got a chance. Not because you're playing great football. Not because you're happy with how Forest are playing. Not because you think Steve Cooper can go to Old Trafford and pull out some tactical masterclass. Your only hope is because you think Man U are in the mud, man. But let's just bring it back to last season.
You can
let me speak.
I'm going to correct you when you misspeak. It's not think, you are. But carry on.
Let's bring it back to last season. What's actually changed from last season? Last season, you held 4 L's, a 10-0 aggregate scoreline. Freaking, what has changed from last year? Let's think about it from Forest side point of view to start with. Away from home, you defend within an inch of your life. Like you just literally admitted, you play 10 defenders, and your only real goal is to keep the scoreline down. At home, you somehow scrape points luckily by somehow getting over the line like you did against Sheffield United when you should be dominating that game and you didn't, and you somehow scrape a win. Exactly like last year, home and away, exactly like last year. And what's changed for Man U this from last year? Not much, really, because Mount's out. Let me finish. Mount's out, so Eriksen's coming in. Martial's back fit. So we're literally going to be playing this pretty much the same team that we played against you in all 4 of the games last season, and we won all of them comfortably. So you tell me what's changed from last year, because I ain't seen nothing changing from Forest side of you. maybe we're in the mud after the first 2 games, but if we're reverting back to what we did last year, formation and player-wise, I can't see anything other than an easy home victory, man. So you tell me what's changed and why you think you've got so much confidence in Steve Cooper, in your players, and in what you're going to do at Old Trafford. Go for it.
Hold on. Like, I mean, you've only got a Leicester fan backing you up here, mate. Like, seriously. Seriously. And we all know how their season went last year. Before I start, Romano's tweeted, understanding Nottingham Forest are now closing in on Murillo deal. Agreement at final stages with Corinthians for talented Brazilian centre-back. Told fee will be around 15 million euros, plus with the add-ons included. Exactly as we reported to you today on the Daily News. And yeah, I'm aroused. I'm not going to lie.
I'm playing tomorrow, though, just like Santos.
Did you see his shoulders? Hey, come on, chat, those shoulders are ridiculous, man. They're like out here, man. It's ridiculous. And there come the let's go. It's not quite a let's go. Not quite a here we go, but it's on the cards. Okay. So I'm going to start by saying I agree with you in parts. In part, don't get too excited. In parts. If you want to live in last year, go for it. Because I understand why. Because that was your glory season. You won the Mickey Mouse Cup. I know how.
Wait. Can I just
you want to interrupt me now? You want to interrupt me now?
No, my question is what has changed? That's what my point was. I said what has changed.
Oh, if you shut up and listen, I'll tell you. Right?
Okay, go on.
With Forest, nothing has changed in the style. That's not what's on the table right here. What's on the table is your fraud of a manager who has only ever seen the Dutch league. He's like the Dutch Forest Ant. Yeah, Forest Ant has never seen football outside of the Premier League. Erik ten Hag has never seen football out of the Eredivisie. Yeah, that's the comparison here. And I say that with all due respect to you, Forest Ant. You know I love you. That's the difference here. And you lot have put him in charge of recruitment. Let's have a look at his track record. Yeah. He brings in Anthony. Wow. What a season he's had. He got rid of De Gea and blew 50 odd million on a keeper. What an idiot. Who else you brought in? He absolutely wasted your lot's summer last year chasing a player who had no interest in Manchester United in Frankie de Jong, who came out repeatedly saying, not interested. But what does quote unquote the greatest manager do? He carries on wasting everyone's time. And then you end up with who? Weghorst. Come on. I mean, seriously, this is the greatest manager. And now he can't even balance a midfield. The only reason your midfield might look balanced this weekend is not because of him. It's in spite of him. Is because Mount is injured. That's what's going to sort you out, if it sorts you out. Yeah. So you want to know what's changed? Forest, nothing. Man U, the fraud has been shown. Even your fan base is turning on him, man. There are elements of that fan base that are turning on him and seeing the light that he is a complete and utter fraud. All he does, he would be better off doing a voiceover for cartoons on Scooby-Doo. Because that's the only thing he's not a fraud at.
Yeah, he's got the second best first 40 game record behind Pep Guardiola.
How many games are there in the season?
38.
So who gives a shit about 40?
All right. Well, it would have been the same after 38. So what's your point?
Really? If it was, then you lot would have been saying 38. You lot would have been saying he's got the best record in 38 games.
They're saying 40 because it's literally been 40 games since he started his career at Man United.
Because it suits the narrative.
It's the same. It's the same difference. 38 or 40, man. We still would have been just behind Pep Guardiola. 2 games, I think 1 game.
You would have been behind Klopp as well. So the narrative changes.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I don't know. No one cares about that stat.
You don't know yet. You just said it was factual. So
No, I said how many games.
Majority of the things you said in that massive spiel that was mainly bullshit was mainly down to the Glazers. Freaking Weghorst coming in last season. We didn't have the money to bring in. This season, you're talking about Mount. He would have.
Did the Glazers chase de Jong? Did the Glazers chase de Jong, or was it Ten Hag?
Both of them. We both tried to get it. You know why we went so hardcore for that? Because Barca were giving us signs that they wanted to sell him. Barca were the ones that I admit he doesn't want to. He's at his favourite club, his club he supported his whole life. He doesn't want to leave Barcelona, but they've got issues, man. And if they were selling him whatever, why not be front of that queue? Yeah, it ended up being a big time waste of time. But I would have preferred to have him in than Mount. I mean, I'm not cussing down Mount. I think he'll be a decent player, but I would have preferred to have him next to Casemiro because he fits in as the 8. He's the freaking final piece of the puzzle for that midfield that he wants. He would have loved to play Casemiro, Bruno, and him next to each other. That's the perfect 3 right there. Didn't end up happening. And
all right, shut up a sec. So you just said Bruno, Casemiro, and Mount, yeah? Would he play that against Man City?
See, I don't know. I don't know what's in his head, man. When I thought we signed Mount, originally I thought, okay, I can see it working with the reverse freaking triangle, whatever you want to call it, 2 8s, him and Bruno with Casemiro holding. I can see that working against the smaller clubs like Nottingham Forest at home. I think that would have been a perfect example to play against. And then going away, we bring in an Amrabat and you slap him next to Casemiro with 2 sitters. That's what I envisaged. But he went to Spurs and played with Mount, and it did work in the first half. We did the high press and we got some transitions and we should have scored in the first half. Let's not bring it back to that game. But what I'm saying is I have faith in Ten Hag, man. These Man U fans that are already turning on him are just ridiculous. It's literally been 2 games. You bring it back to last season, we lost the first 2 games. We're already 3 points up on that. So I'm not worried about this fixture of the weekend. I'm more worried about the fixtures after. Because next week, we've got freaking Arsenal. Then we've got Brighton on the horizon. That's where it gets hard, man. And now we've got Luke Shaw out as well. So,
all right, look at your screen. Do you see on the right-hand side the table?
Yeah.
Could you just point me out where Manchester United are, please?
Okay. This is the definition of small club mentality, looking at the table after 2 games because they're ahead of a few big boys.
So should we not have a table?
The definition of small club mentality. If you want
should we not have a table?
Huh?
To the points at the start of the season.
Congratulations. Whip out the awards. The season's over after 2 games, everyone. Forest have finished 10th.
Sorry, mate. You'd whipped out the 40-game award that no one's ever heard of. I'm showing you the actual table.
Yeah. What did you say 2 minutes ago? How many games in a season? 38. And how many have we played?
So, did the table not exist until the last game? Are you so stupid?
Oh, man, there's a reason they don't show the table on TV after the first couple of games because it's irrelevant.
You really want to say that? You really they don't show the table? Okay,
they never used to. I don't know if they do now. They never used to.
Oh, they do.
So wait, that's it. That's your point you're making. You're ahead of us in the league after 2 games.
It wasn't a point. It was a question,
man. On goal difference. What a point to bring up. Well done. That's what Forest have got these days. They're hoping.
I didn't bring the points up. I asked you a question. Show me where Man U are in the table.
Okay,
that's
so what's
all
your point?
It was no point. It was a question.
What's your point then? What's your question?
It's a question. And if you understand simple freaking conversation, a question usually dictates an answer follows it.
Okay.
Hence where you step
You
in.
asked the question, I give an answer. Can I ask you what the point was in the question?
You haven't given an answer.
I just said you're 10th.
No. You see, not even listening to the question. I said, where are you in the table?
We're wasting time. This is pointless. I mean, you're
exactly.
trying to make a point that you're ahead in the league like it's some massive achievement, man.
Anyway, do you think you're going to win this game?
Small club mentality, man. Yes, a comfortable win. Like if we get an early goal, this is going to be 3 or 4. If you play low block, man. Why did I say the word if? Sorry. When you play low block at the weekend,
I'll give you that.
Hopefully we get an early goal. Second half, the crowd might get on our backs. That's when it might get a little bit worrying if we leave it to the 67th minute. But I'm putting 3-0 down on this game, man. Comfortable.
3-0. You haven't scored 3 goals this season.
Look, last season we had bad results. Can't believe you haven't mentioned the freaking 7-up yet already this season. But we had bad results and we bounced back. Every time we bounce back. So I'm expecting a bounce back here. Rashford will be back out on the left wing. Martial, all the scores against Forest, is back up front. And I'd love it. I'd love it if the so-called ballerina gets a goal against you.
The fidget spinner. You lot hate him. You hate him. You're back in it. I'm not saying you. I'm saying the fan base does. You know what, guys? Should I give Flexical and get him on? At least we get more logic out of him. He's a well-rounded Man United fan with a little bit.
You went soft on him, man. You were soft on him. You didn't come out with all this nonsense you're coming out with now, man.
Well, watch the video on their channel. Watch the video on their channel. And he agreed with everything. That's the thing. That's how you know, despite the club he supports.
Oh, you went in on Ten Hag as hard as you just gone in there. You literally just called him a freaking...
I mean, we spoke for 20 minutes, man. I unfortunately have to teach you every day. Yeah. All right, let me ask you this question, right? Does this worry you? What Mark says here?
No, because he won't even start. Cooper won't even play.
Still play him.
He might come on for 10 minutes, man, but he won't start, surely. Guys, what was your
it doesn't matter if he starts there. He's saying he'll get the winner.
Yeah, neutral view.
Neutral view?
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I'm surprised you guys, and I'm coming very neutral here, haven't mentioned the VAR rule yet. Because, obviously...
That is a great point.
I mean, I'm just saying... How much noise have the Man U fans been making about that Romero one handball?
Do this all game, man, and get away with it because there'll be no handball.
I'm just saying. I feel like Forest are walking into the Lions' den here, or the Wolves, whatever it's called, because they're due a VAR rule now. They're going to get something because of all the complaining that they've been doing, and Bruno asking for apologies and all of this crap. So, I mean, if they get like half a chance at Old Trafford, I mean, it's going to be a red card and a penalty in the first minute, man, at this rate.
Mo, if you remember back to last season when Slabhead Maguire handled the ball with his hand up here.
Living in the past. Oh, he's talking about last season. Oh, my God, he's living in the past, blah, blah, blah.
It says the guy with 10-0 on his name. Seriously.
All right, let's go further back. Let's go back to the playoff final, man. Let's go back even further in that Sheffield game.
Mo, you were giving a neutral opinion. Please
continue. All right, just carrying on my neutral opinion. Okay. All right, so if I was telling the truth, I do think Man U should have 2 L's right there because Wolves should have beaten them. That Cunha running through the middle, absolutely destroying them. They just couldn't finish the ball, and they should have had a penalty. Forest were kind of lucky. I mean, we expected them to win, but they just about sort of grinded it out against Sheffield United. I was expecting an easier win, so I wasn't all that impressed with Forest either. Against Arsenal, we expected them to lose, but again, their performance wasn't great. They sort of stepped up towards the end, started a little bit of a fight back. But as I sort of alluded to before, I mean, Man U are at home with the crowd, with the ref. I'm struggling to see past the Man U win, to be honest. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I've got to say. But what I will say is that you're live streaming, right, Wolverine?
Yeah.
So we can't watch it. I mean, imagine he lost in the same room, same building, again against my team and your team. That'd be pretty embarrassing. I'd say that if that happens to us, I mean, you should be kicked off the show. To be honest, it's pretty embarrassing. If I was you, I would not show up next week if I lose this game.
Oh God!
That's like back to back. That's like.
Let's just go back to facts, man. None of us were even born the last time Forest beat Man U, so let's not think of it.
You were at the game, you bellend. What are you talking about?
I was 21, man.
Oh yeah, shit, we're 21. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, but I mean, if you lose back to back to both of our teams, you're in big trouble. I would not expect you to. I mean, at least the camera should be switched off next week.
Oh my God!
I'm not worried. I'm not swearing.
Okay, we'll see at halftime.
Remember that scene in Game of Thrones? Yeah, we will walk him. Not naked. No one wants to see that, but we will sling the shit at him. We really shame.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where I think he might need to be wearing a Forest top or something as well at this stage.
Yeah, he's that confident, Nick.
He sounds pretty confident, man. He's saying he doesn't even care about this match. It means nothing to him. He says that. But I think if they lose this game, Ten Hag's going to come under some pressure off the bat.
If he loses to Forest, he's gone.
I agree with that. If we
lose this gone, but
he's gone. No, it's not gone. But we're in trouble because, like I said, the fixtures are not pretty after this. We've got freaking actual teams that play football coming up on the horizon, so we can't beat Forest.
Brighton following this.
Big trouble.
Okay, Nick, let's see how big your kahunas are. Right, one way option, as Mo said, if Forest beat you, you turn up on this stream in a Forest top.
What's the point in putting these bets on? You two had them last year, and you didn't buy in. You didn't do it.
I did to it. I did.
Yeah,
it's just that my team won. My team won.
I was manning up. I did it.
This guy balls it every time, man. I mean, I got 4 W's last year. I didn't get anything rewarded for that. So
you're kind of not really getting confidence from you all of a sudden, to be honest. It's kind of confident before, like you didn't even care, like you weren't even going to watch the game. But
Roy Keane patented the phrase, "Come on, boys, it's Spurs." But basically, we say that about Forest. Come on, boys, it's Forest.
Is that the same Roy Keane that said Man U are the new Spurs?
Yeah, that was. I'll give you that one.
All right, is that better now if I do that to the mic? Can you lot hear me? Is that better? Have I gone really loud?
It's the same.
All right. I don't know. It's doing that stupid auto adjustment. All right, so Nick, are you going to take that bet or not?
Wait, what was it again? You want me to wear a Forest shirt? Only if you wear a Man U shirt if we win.
No. You're Mr. Cocky and confident. You got a 10 shag.
He places the bets, but won't do anything that affects him, man. A bet is a bet. You have both ways or no way.
Here we go. Pussy.
Both ways or no way.
One second, right? For all of those who are joining late, Callum Hudson-Odoi is very close to Nottingham Forest. We'll give you a full update on the Gore stream at 7 p.m. And don't forget that at 6 p.m. we got the Fantasy Premier League in 25 minutes. It's all FFTV. On the FFTV network, you got everything you need right now. Okay, so score prediction.
Can I put my score line just so I can get out of this and leave you? I've put 2-1 Man U. I think it'll be 1-1 at some point, and then as I said, they'll get some sort of bubble or a decision or a penalty, something like a penalty. I feel like a penalty due.
I'm putting 3-0, and then of course we don't even need to discuss what Aurier do. He's putting in a Forest clear win, obviously, with all this confidence he's got.
I didn't hear the end bit you just said.
I says I'm putting 3-0. You're obviously fully confident going to Old Trafford. You obviously got faith in Cooper and everyone that you're going to go there and get a victory. So put your money where your mouth is and put them in to win.
Faith in Cooper, but I got faith in how much in the mud you are. So I can see this. And again, I can see this being 0-0 or 1-0 to Forest.
Back your boys, man. Back your boys.
Says, I would love it. If we beat this stream next week, you know what, Mo, we might as well not turn up. We'll just let the chat and Nick go at it. Well, we don't need to say anything.
I think we just need an exclusive stream just based on that.
I'm going over to Mark's. If we beat him, I'm over to Mark's to watch this stream next week because he's got an endless supply of popcorn, man. That's what I'm doing. You know what? I'm doing it. 1-0 Forest.
Baited you in, and now it's cost you on the Predictor League. We're going ahead of him.
Oh, you got the warning. You got the warning.
Did not bait me in. I back my boys, man. Nottingham.
Hold on, Twist. Good. That's 1-0 Twist right there. 1-0. Because that top. What are you top? You're top 4, are you? You're in the top 4 right now, are you, for the Predictor League?
Yeah, I'll be top after that. In fact, let's see who the true Forest fans are right here. Let's have a look if this goddamn website's even working. Yeah. No one. Okay, it is working. All right. Name and shame time. So 92% are backing the wrong team. 6% I can understand, right? And did he actually say that? Wait, hold on. Twist just said 3-0 Forest. Clip it, Mark. Clip it. Yeah.
Forest scoring 3 goals in one game.
Subconscious kicking in there, mate. Your subconscious kicking in.
Freudian slip there.
Exactly. All right. Let's Ez 3-1. Oh my God, Ez.
Oh, Ez is taking it seriously, yeah.
These are very FFTV boys, man.
Ez got into the top 12 and he got excited now. So he has to. Forest Stand. Forest Stand.
And Forest Ranger. You lot should call yourself Devil Ranger and Devil Ant-Man. Seriously.
How can you put Man U to win with this?
I've been giving you shit in the chat the whole time, Nick, and he's gone Man U to win.
That's what I'm saying, man. They don't put their money where their mouth is, man. They're more concerned about the Predictor League than what they actually freaking.
I lost a little bit of respect for the fans there.
I'm.
You might be on your own. Anyone else on Forest?
All right, let's see where the true fans are. Okay, this I'll say is acceptable, just borderline. Borderline acceptable.
RB draw. Could be a draw then.
He's gone for a draw. All right, Mark is on the borderline of acceptable. And let's see the true fans. Here, my boys, right here, and girls. Legends, all of you. Has anyone gone high? Let's see. Lewis. You are a true red.
He listened to Twist. He listened to Twist there.
Red Dog, my boy, Red Dog, 3-1, the legend. Tomic, always a legend. Andy, exciting game. And Tok, don't know who you are, but I love you, 3-2 as well. Legends, okay. Are we done? It's been a weird week, man. Literally our three teams clashing left, right, and center. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mark. No, you were exposed, mate. You were exposed. Seriously. Shame on you. And you won't get anyone who went Man Utd to win. Once we beat them, I will not even though I'd enjoy it, you are not allowed to cuss Twist down next week. You wavered your right to do that when you didn't back Forest. I'll warn you now. Okay, let's move on. Brighton, West Ham.
I hope we're not playing Forest anytime soon. I don't have the energy anymore.
Nah, it's not till December. It's always the first one I check.
That's good.
Garmo, you've been quite quiet. Well, Nick's been chatting shit.
Yeah, I mean, Brighton, we weren't sure what they were going to do this season. They seem to just be trotting along as usual. Lost Caicedo. I loved him giving away that penalty, by the way. 115 million. I mean, West Ham beat Chelsea, but it feels like more of a, how bad were Chelsea rather than how good West Ham in that match. Brighton just seem too on it at the moment. They just De Zerbi just got them locked in. He's just playing good football. I can't believe Welbeck is in that team and they're doing so well. I just don't know. I just don't understand it. I can't go against them. I've gone my gut again. I'm going to go with Brighton 2-1. It should be an interesting game, but yeah. Saturday, 5:30.
Say, the point you made about Welbeck, right, or Welcrap as I call him, like, could you imagine if they had a decent striker instead of him? Like, they could win the damn league the way they're going. I gotta say,
maybe that would upset the balance or something. Because I mean, he's a good hold-up player. I'll give him that. He takes it down his chest, he heads it on, passes it. But yeah,
there's loads of 3-1s here. There's loads of 3-1s. What I will say is that. I don't think West Ham have ever beaten Brighton in the Premier League. I think that might even be home and away. Breaking news. I don't know if this is confirmed. Zeno saying Hudson-Odoi. Oh my God. Guys, I haven't got time to put a video for it together. I don't even know where to slot it in. We'll do that. I'll double check. Thanks for bringing that up. What are you going on this one, Nick?
I mean, the thing is with Brighton, you've got to go Brighton, but like all last season, you go Brighton and then they pull out random results where they don't actually show up on the day, and no one really cares because everyone just says, "Oh, they play good football," and then like I say, that there is the odd games where they don't get the result. So you kind of want to go Brighton. Can I see West Ham scraping a draw? I'm gonna have to go Brighton just because of the way Matomo's playing. That goal he scored against Wolves was sensational.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Brighton.
I've got a feeling West Ham are going to pull something out, but I'm too scared to do it.
Yeah, exactly the same thing.
It just feels like there's too much hype around Brighton.
Yeah. They never win every game, and they never win them all.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones. There's always a weird one. I'm just going to go 2-1 just to get a close. That's all I'm going to do, man. That's my tactic on this one. Okay. Coming in some ugly matches.
They got that Kudos guy as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he's good, man. I rate
he's
him.
Decent. Yeah, he's decent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he can play tomorrow.
Is it Mohammed or Mahmoud Kudos? I can't remember his first name. Yeah. I rate him. Let's just have a quick look at what the chat says. So many of you have gone 3-1 for Brighton. It's a bit weird. Like, literally, loads. Look, I've just pulled these 3-1ers out. It's crazy. Apart from Eddie. I don't know. Eddie's been smoking some stuff down in Ipswich. I'll tell you that. Trevor's gone 3-1 as well. I I haven't seen anything either say he's confirmed. Mazzeno, I don't know where you've seen it. You're obviously in the know, but yeah, we'll sort it out after the stream. Okay, and yeah, Kudos has signed. He is good. Okay, Burnley Villa. Burnley, I still feel are an unknown for me. Just to have my quick say here. I don't know. I feel like they'll be okay this season, but I want to see 3 or 4 matches from them just to see where they stand. And Villa's going to be a tough test for them. What are you boys thinking on this one?
Yeah, I agree with you because like people are talking about Burnley coming up and playing good football. We've only really seen them in one game, and it was against Man City. So we can't really fully judge them on that one game yet. We need to see them against a few more mid-table lower teams to see what their actual style of play is. But I think they'll be safe. But for this game, Villa, man, they got trounced by Newcastle, and then they go and trounce Newcastle. I think they won again midweek in the whatever Eurovision song contest they're in, qualifying match against Hibernian or so, and they won like 5-0.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5, wasn't it?
4 or 5, yeah. So they're clocking in the goals. They've got great players up front, man. You can't argue with Diaby and Watkins knocking them in. And who's the other one? The Jamaican guy. I really rate him. Keep forgetting his name. Bailey. I really rate him as well. So I don't know. It's a tough one. Like I say, we don't know enough about Burnley, but you've got to just go on form, and I think that's going to give it a slight victory to Villa for me.
I said you wouldn't let me. You wouldn't convince me. And I go with my gut, but you got a good point about their. Yeah, I mean, they have strong people up front. Burnley, we don't know. I mean, they had such a good season last season, but can they rally up the troops again? The thing is, was the Everton win just Everton being bad? That's the question, because they did get slapped around by Newcastle pretty convincingly. I know I'm gonna. If I change it to a win to Villa, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to stick with my guns. 1-1. I think Burnley at home, Premier League. Come on, company. It's time to shine. 1-1.
You going to get Burnley?
No, 1-1. 1-1. That's my only draw of the week, so I need to stay. Actually, no, sorry, I've got another one, but that's coming later.
I'm tempted. But again, I'm going to be a Nick and be a worse on this one. I just like Diaby, I think is going to be the best signing of the summer. He's so good, man. I loved him at Forest.
He absolutely cracked the crossbar, I think, as well, the previous against Everton.
Yeah, the stadium ain't great. Yeah. What's the capacity there? 21. All right, they're in the 20s. I can let them off on that. I think I'm just going to go 1-0 Villa. Why wouldn't let me predict?
1-0. They've been got 9 goals in the last 2 games.
Don't try and freaking Jedi mind trick me, man. I'm going 1-0 Villa. Because I said last week, if I went 2-1 Forest, it would be 2-0. And if I went 2-1 Spurs, it would be 2-0. And I got them the wrong way around. Wait, hold on. Sorry. I went 2-0 Forest and 2-1 to Spurs. And I knew I should have switched them around. Got receipts on that. I'm going to go 1-0 to Villa. I'm going to go 1-0 to Villa. Oh, God. Oh, this is going to be a bloodbath.
I mean, surely skip over this.
Guys, how high are you going? I'm not even asking you. Is anyone going Sheffield United in the chat? Let us know. I'd just be like, whoa. Bloodbath, surely. They were crap. I mean, yeah, we struggled against them, but, Forest of Forest. But seriously, they were crap, man. Just very quickly, my boy Matt with an update. Hudson-Odoi is in talk with Forest. 2 other clubs have an interest. Darmesh is his source. But yeah, go on, Nick, on this bloodbath. Sheffield United, Man City.
I mean, it's the lock of the week. Sheffield United showed a bit against you. Lovely finesse goal from that new guy, Hammer, but they've got to be favourites, second favourites to relegation. And this one's my lock of the week, and I'm going to go with 3-0.
3? Is that it?
3. I don't think Man City are in full-on flowing form, but Haaland's due a couple, so...
That's the thing, yeah. No, I'm going to go 4. I'm going 4. Can't see Sheffield United scoring either. 4-0. Boom.
I'm going to give them a goal. Shall I or not? I don't want them to score any goals, and we've already given them one this season.
I mean,
You know
the only goal they scored against you was just a worldie, and you concede a worldie every single game, it seems. So.
That's true. Do you know what, right? If Derby didn't have the record, I'd love Sheffield United to finish on 0 points, man. It'd be so funny, man. Like, so for me, I want them Derby +1. It'd be even level Derby. I'd probably settle for that. I can't stand them. There's some big scores coming in from the chat. Martin's going 4-0. Tim saying, Christ, I hope we get something out of Man U, because that twist is a wanker.
Great.
I mean,
Fair
facts.
enough.
Facts.
Okay, again, let me just block him right now, ban him from FFTV forever. My admin.
Trevor saying City 5, Sheffield United 0. Greg's gone 8-0. Tim's all over him now, arrogant prick.
Yeah, he's definitely getting locked. Getting banned, mate.
Matt's saying that's the 11-point barrier to beat every. Yeah, I know. I'm conflicted. If they get 12 will be nice, or even match them. 7-0 says Eddie. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. James saying 5-0. Can they score a goal?
Who cares?
Who cares?
They ain't got a striker. I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4. They're gonna score a goal now. I can just see it now. Oh crap! I'm on the wrong screen. Apologies. Let me do that there. Let's just see the percentages on this one. This should be quite funny. What are you calling? Is it gonna have the under 1 percentile thing? Oh, this website is just shanked, man. We'll never know. Ooh. All right, let's this one. I like. This one's tough.
Yeah.
This one is
Newcastle, tough. Liverpool. What are we saying here, boys? What are you thinking?
I don't know with this
tough one, man.
It is.
Chat, what are you thinking? This is the tough one of the weekend.
Because Newcastle at home are just really solid, man, like ridiculously solid. And Liverpool have still got them cracks. They showed it again against Bournemouth, man. Alisson making a mistake and then going down early on. So I just don't trust their defense, man. They've got this new guy in midfield, a whole new middle three they've got basically, and no one really is backup. So whether it's going to just hit the ground running, I'm not sure. And I think Newcastle's middle three is a lot better, a lot more secure. And Guerrero, what's his name? The Italian guy.
Tonali,
yeah. So and Joel Linton as well. So that middle three is a lot better. So I can see them dominating this game. Well, maybe not dominating, but I can see them winning this game for sure. But it sniffs of a draw again, man. Like a high scoring draw, like a 2-2 or something. I don't know. I can see there being goals in this game, man. You can never rule Newcastle out at home, but you can just never rule Liverpool out scoring a few. So I'm going to go a risky 2-2.
Come on, man. That's literally what I went. Like you can see my screen or something.
In the chat gone 2-all, man. 2-all from Mike. 2-all from Trevor.
8, man. I thought I was
2-all from Mark.
Maybe it's an obvious prediction, I guess.
Dini's gone 2-all. 2-all.
I mean, you got to give it to Newcastle, man. They've had 3 tough games. If you had this opening as your opening matches, you'd be pretty annoyed.
Really, you're saying
3 pretty tough matches. Well, I was going to say, but I mean, still. I mean, against Man City, they didn't do too bad, to be honest. It was only 1-0. And Liverpool, I mean, they drew against Chelsea, but is that really an achievement now that we've seen what West Ham can do? And they've only beat Bournemouth. So they're obviously not in great form at the moment. All that Mohamed Salah stuff getting even stronger now. He seems to be, potentially leaving, although Klopp's saying he's not for sale. It could just upset the balance a bit, but I don't know. I can't see Liverpool winning. Let's put it that way. It's either a Newcastle win or a draw. I went with my gut again. I went with a high scoring draw at 2-all. I'm probably going to have to stick with that. I think I will, yeah.
I don't know. Like, draw to me feels too safe and boring. Liverpool, I feel, have got like one of the best attacks potentially out there. I just don't know. I don't know. What I'm thinking, guys, just a quick thing. The website's down, but Don't forget on football prizes, a one knee, and this is the new kit, the new Adidas kit, signed by the player, the striker that's better than Rasmus Højlund, a proper striker, 6 in a row, to be 7 in a row tomorrow. If you want to grab it, this is now live. There's loads of tickets up for grabs, and there's some insta-win prizes. You could instantly win another Nottingham Forest new kit with Cooper 1 on the back. And there's some insta prizes. Let's go quickly through the insta prizes for you guys. I can't goddamn well find them. They're here somewhere. Why can't I see them? I can't. Nick, what were the insta prizes? Can you remember?
Let me check.
There's 9 insta prizes. Okay, so if you want to grab that, the link's in the description. Make sure you go check it out. Back our boy Aurier in the new Adidas kit as well. Yeah, so go check that one out. But the website is still down on Superbrew, but not on football prizes. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna go. I might just go home rule and go 2-1 to Newcastle. But then again, I might change my mind because I can't put the score in now, so I'll bought myself a little time. I think I'm seeing so many 2-1s. Sorry, 2-alls. That seems too popular to me to go. So I'm not going to go that. Eddie wants Potter on the back of that. Bookmark Super Brew, then hit the bookmark when it crashes. Is it back up now? All right, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to back the home team. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I hope it's a 4-3er. That would be fun. But I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle. Okay, that I believe is the full one. Is that right? That's the Monday night one, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So, guys, fear not. Stick around because we're not done. We're jumping straight across now to Ez on FFTV Premier League, where he's going to go through the final stages on the Fantasy Premier Football, because you can still make a couple of changes. You got like 15 minutes or 30 minutes to do that. And then straight after that at 7 p.m., we're going live back to the Forest caps all on. We're going to take you through the latest developments in the transfer window, and we're going to preview the Man U game with less deluded people, apart from Simple As. You know who I'm talking about. So we'll see you on Gore at 7 o'clock, but stick around right now. We're going to jump straight over to the Fantasy Premier League. It should auto redirect you onto it. If not, just click the link that's going to pop up in the chat or on your video screen. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you straight across on FFTV Premier League. You Reds.
United.